Princess Leonor's emotional encounter with Pope Leo. What happens when a future queen stands face to face with the Pope and suddenly, all the royal protocol seems to disappear? Princess Leonor has spent years being prepared for the crown, military training, official ceremonies, diplomatic duties, and the enormous expectations that come with being Spain's future queen. But an encounter with Pope Leo carried a completely different kind of weight. For a moment, the uniforms, titles, cameras, and royal expectations faded into the background. And what remained was a young woman standing before one of the most important religious figures in the world. So, what exactly happened during that emotional meeting? And why did the encounter capture so much attention? Princess Leonor's life is anything but ordinary. From the moment she became Spain's heir apparent, every appearance has carried a deeper meaning. Every handshake is watched. Every expression can become a headline. Every conversation can be analyzed. But when Leonor encountered Pope Leo, the atmosphere felt different. There was something about the moment that immediately sparked curiosity. Here was the future Queen of Spain meeting the leader of the Catholic Church, a meeting filled with tradition, symbolism, and enormous historical significance. And for Leonor, it wasn't simply another item on a royal schedule. She has been raised knowing that representing Spain means stepping into rooms where history is constantly being made. Yet moments like this can feel deeply personal. Imagine carrying the expectations of an entire country while standing before someone whose presence represents centuries of faith, tradition, and global influence. For Leonor, every gesture mattered. The greeting, the conversation, the expression on her face. Even the smallest moment could communicate respect and sincerity. And that is what made the encounter so fascinating. Leonor is entering a stage of her life where her role is becoming increasingly serious. Her military education has taught her discipline, her public duties are teaching her diplomacy, and her royal responsibilities are preparing her for a future unlike almost anyone else her age. But meetings like this reveal another side of her journey, the human side. Behind the future crown is a young woman learning how to navigate extraordinary responsibility while growing into the person she will eventually become. And that may be why her encounter with Pope Leo felt so meaningful. It wasn't simply about a princess meeting a pope. It was about two figures representing different kinds of leadership coming together in a moment watched by the world. For Spain, the symbolism is especially powerful. The monarchy has long been connected with national tradition, while the Catholic Church has played a major role in Spain's history. So when the country's future queen meets the Pope, people naturally look beyond the photographs. They wonder what the moment could mean for Leonor's future. Could encounters like this become increasingly important as she moves closer to the throne? Could they shape the way she approaches her future responsibilities? And perhaps most importantly, what kind of queen is Leonor becoming? Because the crown she may one day inherit will not simply be a symbol placed on her head. It will represent decades of preparation, enormous expectations, and the responsibility to represent millions of people. And moments like her meeting with Pope Leo offer a glimpse into that preparation. There is no throne in the room, no coronation, no grand royal ceremony defining her future. Just a conversation, a greeting, and a moment of human connection. But sometimes, those quiet moments tell us more than the grand ceremonies ever could. Leonor is still on the journey. She hasn't become queen yet. But every appearance, every responsibility, and every significant encounter brings her one step closer. And as she continues preparing for a future that has been waiting for her since birth, the world will be watching closely. Because one day, the young princess standing before the Pope may be the woman representing Spain on the world stage. And when that day comes, people may look back at moments like this and realize they were watching the beginning of something much bigger. The question is no longer simply whether Leonor will become queen. The real question is, what kind of queen will she become?